The moment my boyfriend's friends realized I was better than him, my boyfriend introduced me to his friend Mason at the event. Mason looked at me, then at my camera, and burst out laughing. You brought her to this exclusive party with a camera? That's brave, dude. She probably doesn't even know how to take a lens cap off. He had no idea what I could do. I'd only been dating my boyfriend for 4 weeks. He knew I liked taking pictures, but I never mentioned that I was actually a professional. I wanted him to like me for me first. Mason gathered a crowd around us. Let me teach you something. He said, see this button right here? That's how you take a picture. Oh wait, maybe that's too advanced. I just stood there with my face getting hot. Someone asked what kind of lens setup I was using. I opened my mouth to answer, but Mason stepped in before I could. She doesn't even know what a lens setup means. Watch, she'll just nod and pretend. He turned to my boyfriend. How much Wikipedia did she memorize to impress you? My boyfriend said, she knows photography. Mason got louder. She knows photography. Name one thing she's done with a camera that didn't involve selfies. More people stopped to watch. I was looking at someone's camera rig when Mason grabbed my shoulder and pulled me back. Don't touch. You'll probably drop it thinking it's a makeup mirror. He looked around and said the crowd was getting bigger. This is embarrassing. You brought a faker to a real shoot. I'd shot 3 magazine covers this year, but I kept quiet. He stepped closer. Your nails are perfect. Your hands are soft. You've never held a camera for more than 5 minutes, he said. Real photographers have calluses on their fingers and bruises on their shoulders from carrying gear. He grabbed my wrist and held it up. Princess hands, he said. I wanted to say something, but everyone was watching. You're insulting every real female photographer by pretending, he said. His voice carried across the whole room. When's the last time you shot outside of your bedroom? Does your mom even let you shoot after sunset? He pulled out his phone and shoved it at my boyfriend. Look at this girl. She actually shoots, he said. Not like your girlfriend, who probably thinks Lightroom is a makeup brand. He kept swiping. Here's another real photographer. See the difference? One creates, one just pretends. Then Mason turned to the crowd. She probably asked him what kind of camera to buy, pink or black. People started recording. Mason, enough, my boyfriend said. No, this is about respect. Mason snapped. He got right in my face. You're disrespecting our entire community, he said. Every single person here who actually creates something. You're just a cosplayer with a camera. There were at least 50 people watching now. My boyfriend started walking away. Yeah, run away, Mason shouted. You know I'm right. You're embarrassed of her. So now I was standing there alone with everyone staring. Mason was getting angrier by the second. Without him here, you're nobody, he said. A nobody who can't even name half the buttons on your own camera. I bet you call it the clicky thing. He nudged my tripod with his foot. Probably doesn't even know how to turn it on. Then he stepped even closer. You're the reason guys gatekeep, he said, voice sharp, because of fakes like you. He turned toward the crowd. This is what we're dealing with, people. Fake photographers ruining the craft. My phone started buzzing. Emergency text from the event manager. My camera gear was blocking the backstage entrance. Had to move it or security would toss it out. Mason saw me checking my phone. What's wrong? Texting mommy to come pick you up? Good, leave, he said. I started walking toward my gear bag. As I passed through the crowd, someone suddenly shouted, wait, that's Lumos's camera. Everyone went silent. A guy pushed through the crowd, eyes wide. You're Lumos, the photographer from the viral Vogue series? He asked. Mason's face went white. What? He whispered. The guy was excited. Lumos shoots pro campaigns. She's untouchable. 3 national features that nobody's topped. Builds everything herself. He turned to the crowd. This is the Lumos, the one everyone's been trying to copy, he said. Mason stumbled backward. No, she doesn't even. Mason stuttered. The guy kept going. She shoots under an alias because of people like you. Keeps her gear looking basic. Works out of state. Nobody even knows what she looks like. He pulled out his phone. Look, these viral campaigns, all credited to Lumos. That's her setup in these behind the scenes shots. People crowded in, scrolling through photos on their phones. They were showing my work, my lighting breakdowns, my edits. Mason tried to speak, but nothing came out. She built a style everyone copies, someone said. The Lumos setup, someone shouted. My boyfriend pushed through the crowd. You're Lumos, the Lumos, he asked. I was going to tell you after the shoot, I said. Mason's legs were shaking. I kicked her bag, he muttered. I called her a fraud in front of everyone. Someone nearby was recording. Dude, you just called one of the best photographers in the country a fake, they said. The crowd was scrolling through my portfolio. She's been published in 3 national magazines. Higher reach than anyone here, including you, Mason, someone said. Mason dropped his phone. It hit the floor and cracked. Everyone saw. Everyone heard what he'd said. The crowd parted as I walked toward my gear. Mason tried to follow, but people blocked him. You owe her an apology, someone said.